Hey friends, welcome back to OG Universe. Thank you so much for stopping by. On the turntable, we're taking a look at the newest Green Lantern from McFarlane Toys. We're looking at Green Lantern Hal Jordan from the Green Lanterns comic. Very excited to have a brand new Hal Jordan. One of my favorite Green Lanterns. He's the Green Lantern in my book. I really appreciate the other lanterns, but man, there's something about Hal Jordan that's really connected with me since a kid, and he's been my go-to Green Lantern through all the generations of Green Lanterns that have been out and about in the DC universe. So let's take a look at what we got in the package, what this figure came with, and we'll see if he ranks up as one of the best Green Lantern figures out there. Let's see. So the packaging is really nice. This has some iconic Carlos Pacheco artwork. May he rest in peace. He passed away recently. Just some really amazing Green Lantern artwork. On the side here, you got Green Lantern Hal Jordan from Green Lanterns. On the inside, now this is a gold label exclusive. It wasn't exclusive in Walmart in America, Canada. GameStop had this guy, and he sold out extremely fast. Went up for pre-order. I made sure to pre-order this and the Action Comics Superman. Within probably less than a day, they were both gone. Never to be restocked so far. They are out of stock since its initial release, and hopefully if you wanted this guy, you found him at your Walmart, your GameStop, and I hope you did. Good luck. And then you got the beautiful artwork on the back there from the trading card. Displays down, and what you got included with this figure was no, it's a set of hands, but you did get this giant construct boxing glove, which looks really good. Fits on the hand very well, has some nice details on it. The Green Lantern logo right there, some flame effects, and then a rocket pack. Yeah, it's kind of weird, a rocket pack, but I guess, hey, you want to have that extra boost of speed or something. I don't know. I could have thought of some different constructs to include with this classic Green Lantern Hal Jordan, but these ones are actually not too bad. Now, this I do believe was reused. Both of these actually I think were reused from the initial release of Hal Jordan in the DC Multiverse. It was with the 2-pack with Dawnbreaker, and it came with the display stand. Dawnbreaker came with some kind of creature effects, and I believe these two were included with Hal Jordan in that set. Now, I never opened that figure set. I picked that up in 2022, I believe. I remember, yeah, Toys R Us, they had an amazing sale right before Christmas, and I got that set for $36. So I was really happy with that. And I thought, you know what, they're going to release a single carded Hal Jordan. So I'll keep this one in the packs. I already have Dawnbreaker. I really had to have that Hal Jordan. And they haven't since now. We went an entire 2 years without a release of Hal Jordan. Now, a lot of people are saying, well, they could have done better. You know, this is just a repaint and a retooling of a older body block. A lot of people thought we're going to get a brand new figure, new sculpts everywhere, but we didn't. But we did get one hell of a great looking Green Lantern. So I'm just going to take these effect pieces off for now. Take a little closer look there. Some really nice sculpting working. This is a couple years old. It's quite nicely detailed. The jetpack. It's just funny. It's playing character. He's a jetpack. Well, maybe he's getting that extra boost, but you got the plug-in right there. We'll take a little bit of a closer look at this jetpack. It is actually pretty decent. It's nicely sculpted. I like the flame effects. The construct looks really nice. It could even be like a missile. If you really wanted to have some missiles being shot off from his power ring, you could have that as an effect. But of course, this is the jetpack that he's using to maybe amplify his speed. But there you go. Now the figure itself. Let's take a closer look at him and let's see what we think. Now, for starters, you gotta admit, this green metallic paint is beautiful. It really sets this character off. It looks just fantastic. It's such a premium feel to this figure. And something like Hal Jordan, who I hold in very high esteem as my favorite Green Lantern, this is so fantastic to have this. This is like your ultimate version of Hal Jordan so far in the DC Multiverse, in my opinion. He looks just fantastic. The mask and the head sculpt. Now, I know a lot of people are saying that this head sculpt was from the initial release of Ultraman way back in that Build-A-Figure wave from Target, where you got the Crime Syndicate figures, and you can build Starro. Yeah, I never got those. They never came to Canada. Really big disappointment. So I can't really tell if this is that hair and that head sculpt retooled, but the hair is kind of windswept like how Ultraman's was. And I really do like this head sculpt. I think it looks awesome. It's very current. It's very, contemporary. The mask just looks so good. The hair, yeah, it's definitely wind tossed, blown everywhere. It's pretty cool though. It looks fantastic. Now, there's a couple things about the figure that I really am happy with that they improved upon from our last release using this body buck. The Squishmallow torso, it's been improved. Now, it still has a bit of pliability for the articulation, but when we compare it to our DC versus Vampires Green Lantern, my God, that figure had like Squishmallow belly. It was terrible. We'll bring that guy out and do a comparison, but man, the whites, the blacks look great. The texturing all over the body armor looks just so phenomenal. And that metallic green, it's incredible. We also got the sculpted ring, so that's fantastic. We got all that detail there. It's not just painted, it's actually sculpted on. And yeah, this is a really damn nice Green Lantern. Now, being a body buck that's a few years old, it still holds up. There is a couple qualms. The arms are a little bit long for my liking. This feel a little bit gangly in that sense. But overall, that's not a huge discrepancy. The legs could have been a bit longer. I mean, if we maybe did some toy surgery, extended the torso that's built up into that ball joint in the chest, and just dropped it down a little bit, just a few inches, I think we could have a bit better proportions. And I am tempted to do that. I just don't want to damage any of this metallic finish on the figure. But it is something I'm very much contemplating, just to have a better aesthetic, better proportions in the arms and the legs, and that extended torso could be something that's pretty cool. And as you can see, we got that green metallic paint going all the way up the abdomen as well. So they didn't shortcut anything, they kept the paint going all the way through. Greatly appreciated. So the aesthetics are fantastic, the accessories look great, the paint job is just, wow, amazing. But let's take a look at some of the articulation this figure has. And does it have lacking articulation, being a 2-year-old figure so far using this body buck? Now the head, you got a pretty good range of motion, nice side attitude. Flight poses, you can look up pretty nice, look down for all that somber kind of powerful look. That looks fantastic. And of course, you got the side attitude rocking there. You do have spacer joints painted in that metallic finish as well. That's greatly appreciated. He is a little bit stiff, which is great. No problem there. You do have a full range of motion, bicep cuts, double jointed ratcheted elbows. Now, for the articulation in the wrist, he does have this extra piece that comes up here that does hide the ball joint and doesn't inhibit any articulation. It's a softer, pliable material, so it won't help or won't diminish the articulation in his wrist, and he has full ball joints going on there. Now, let's take a look at this torso here. He can move forward pretty good, not too bad. Go back quite a bit, and it's painted, like I said, all the way through. It does have a ball joint at the waist, ball joints at the hips, double jointed ratcheted knees. Really nice boots. Look at that finish and all that texturing. The texturing is just fantastic. He has articulation in the toe, rocker joints. Now his ball joint isn't sculpted, but it sits really low, and they've covered it up pretty decently. But you do have different colors. So you got this nice metallic finish and just a green. Don't like that at all. Wish they would have fixed that. But this is an older figure, so we are using some older tech, but they could have definitely fixed that. No problem. But there you go. This is a really sharp, impressive Green Lantern. I think it's probably my favorite version of Hal Jordan. We've got a couple versions so far, but this one, man, it is just a beautiful figure. The finish on it is fantastic. He looks just amazing. Let's bring in some other Green Lanterns to do some comparisons with. Right off the hop, I want to bring in the Silver Age Classic Hal Jordan, which I love this figure. This was one of my favorites as well. Now, I love it because it's really exemplary of a time frame in Green Lantern Hal Jordan's career where he was sporting this classic outfit. And I really like the texturing. I love the way it looks. The head sculpt is fantastic. A very classic look to it. Comes with some effect pieces as well. A nice lantern. He does have some kind of flame power effect as well for a construct, which isn't too bad. But I do just really like how we're getting all different generations of Hal Jordan and Green Lanterns to build up your Green Lantern Corps. Love it. Now, this guy here, one of my second, maybe third favorite. I don't know, but I love this classic looking John Stewart. This is so amazing. One of the most beautiful head sculpts. Again, McFarlane really put a lot of love and care into this figure. He is reusing the Kyle Rayner body buck, which is fine. The texturing looks really good. The paint ops on the logo looks great. The white is nice and crisp. The body proportions, articulation is just phenomenal. The effect piece is pretty cool, something a little different. And I love to have these different Green Lanterns to build up your army, build up your core. You could have, simple costumes, really out there kind of costumes with the metallic finishes. I think it's awesome. And it's just adds so much diversity into your Green Lantern core. You got the aliens. Hopefully we get some female characters as well down the road. There's a lot of great female Green Lanterns. Hopefully McFarlane kind of wises up to getting some more female characters into the DC multiverse. Hopefully we're going to see that in 2025. Now this guy here. This guy really impressed me for its looks, but unfortunately some of the execution was a little off. And that guy is this one here. So basically they are the exact same body buck. This is the DC versus Vampires of Green Lantern Hal Jordan, which I absolutely love aesthetically. He looks so fierce, so amazing. The head sculpt is beautiful. This kind of boa going around with the construct energy looks fantastic. The claw on the hand. But the one big defect this figure had was this squishmallow body. I mean, it is like nothing there. It's just a rubber overlay and a very soft rubber. So I'm glad they fixed it on this guy. It's nowhere near squishmallow, and it looks so much better. But this is a phenomenal figure. I love how they did this kind of dirty white on the gloves and the face. Let's just bring this guy in for a closer look. And that face, it's just spectacular. One of the greatest head sculpts. Man, the DC versus Vampire lineup has been phenomenal. Hopefully they're continuing that in 2025. There is a new series as well, a comic book series. So hopefully we'll get some players out of that comic book series. And of course, more action figures as good as this one. Just stellar. Now let's bring in some other Green Lanterns and some adversaries that this Hal Jordan Green Lantern will be facing. And of course, that is the Manhunters. I really love this figure. Unfortunately, being a platinum chase, which was really easy to find here in my city. I found 2 of these, no problem. I think I found maybe 4 or 5 in total over the course of maybe 2 weeks. Now they're completely gone. All of the Platinum Chase figures from this wave, including Reverse Flash and Sportsmaster, are long gone. I'm glad I was able to secure a couple extras just to do reviews and one to keep in the package. But man, I love this Manhunter figure. It has the swappable faceplate. This is the first figure to get that feature. Only thing, a little bit bigger. You need to be a bit taller, maybe a bit more bulk to him. I think that would have been great. And maybe an accessory or an effect piece would have been appreciated as well. But I like the way these 2 guys look. And just to have this Manhunter, I'm so happy and fortunate because he's a stellar figure. Now, a lot of people couldn't find it. And unfortunately, McFarlane is still doing this Platinum Chase, brand new character, hard to get. It's frustrating for collectors. I was very fortunate to get the last wave that had Shiny Knight, the Question, and who's the other guy? Oh my god, my brain is short-circuiting right now. There was one more figure, Effigy, who's great. Hey, Green Lantern villain, I'm appreciative of that. But man, just stop doing this. The next wave is going to be who knows what, but I'm really fearful about trying to find these figures because the regular releases, Platinum Chases are getting harder to find here because they're not being distributed to the stores as well as they maybe were, especially right now. It's Christmas time almost. And going in to try and find any kind of Platinum Chase from the past few waves of figures that have come out, we're not going to find them. They are not going to the stores. I was very lucky to find one Speed Force Flash and the Joker, but that's a hit and miss because you can't find the regular Joker or the Platinum anywhere, or that Speed Force Flash. I got really lucky in a store that I think doesn't get shopped too often, but they sometimes have some of those extra hard to find figures, so I got lucky. But definitely great to have these 2 guys together. I wish we could get like an army builder pack of these, like a 3-pack with battle damage, accessories, weapons. Oh, that'd be amazing. Hopefully one day, but this is a phenomenal figure to add to your collection. Just beautiful. All right, let's take a look at a couple other guys here. One of my absolute favorites, of course, this is Kyle Rayner Green Lantern. I really do like this one. I unfortunately did not get the Kilowog and Kyle Rayner 2-pack. I wanted to. It sold out extremely fast at my GameStop. Didn't get the pre-order in time, and they just didn't get any extras, unfortunately. Amazon, for the past maybe couple weeks here in Canada, it has been gone. It's been the only place where I could find it. It's been gone. And then lo and behold, today it went back up again for sale. So I ordered it. That'll be coming who knows when. There's a massive postal strike going on here in Canada. Hopefully, UPS or FedEx, whichever carrier that's going to send that figure, gets it, but they're inundated with a ton of extra mail going through all the businesses and online services. So we'll get it when I get it. So that's the thing. But I'm so happy to have these two guys together. I think this looks great. You know, Kyle Rayner is such a great character. One of my favorite Green Lanterns, right next to Hal Jordan and John Stewart. And I really like this figure a lot. There have been a couple of different versions of this guy. We've seen him in blue. We've seen him in his classic outfit. We've seen him all over the place. He's been used a lot. But he is just a phenomenal figure. Beautiful head sculpt as well. Really appreciate it. Fantastic Kyle Rayner. Now, I do want to bring in one of my favorite figures, one of my favorite characters in all of the DC universe, and that is Sinestro. Oh, Sinestro. What a cool character and a great action figure to have next to your Hal Jordan. This Sinestro is from the Sinestro Corps of War, and of course, he's got that yellow and black color scheme that matches so brilliantly with his skin tone. It's just a great color pairing, and he's got this really great construct as well, these chains and claws. Power Lantern. There is a brand new Sinestro that came out recently, the Parallax version, which I'm going to review very soon. I can't wait to open that figure up, but it's awesome to have these two mortal enemies together. It looks fantastic to have them on your shelf. Wonderful. And then let's bring in this guy here. I really do love this figure. This is an older one. This is a single release. Let's get a better look at him. This was the single release version, which came with the huge Gatling gun, the armor, backpack, and he's just a great looking figure. Now, he is based on the same body buck, or I guess Hal Jordan was based off this guy. I think this one came out first, maybe. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. But this is a great looking John Stewart, super powered. There is another version of this one which is almost identical. It has green gloves, slightly different repaint on the face, but still spectacular. And that was in the Endless Winter Build-A-Figure wave. All right, now I definitely want to bring in one more figure here just to see how this guy looks. And that is the Alan Scott JSA figure here. He is so great, this Green Lantern. Bit of a height difference for sure. He's a little smaller in stature, but this was the very first McFarlane Collector's Edition figure that I purchased. And I was just really happy to get an Alan Scott finally. Saw my video on that. I wasn't really happy with the price point and what she got with the figure, which was next to nothing really, but man, just to have some different Green Lanterns on your roster, on your shelf, they look spectacular. So there you go, guys. So here's my thoughts and opinions on this figure. I am very happy to have this guy. I'm not happy that a lot of collectors aren't going to be able to find this figure as a gold label exclusive. He is very tough to find, and I'm very happy I was able to pre-order it and get it shipped to my house really quickly as well. So if you're looking for it, hunt it down. If you find it, buy it. Because I think this is a phenomenal Green Lantern. I really don't think I'm going to have to do any major toy surgery on this figure. I might try extending that torso just to give him a bit bigger height and make these arms a bit more in sync with the rest of the body. I think I might try that. That'll be a toy short, so stay tuned for that, for some results and execution of it. But guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been an absolute pleasure to bring this figure to you. I really do love it, as you can't tell. Now, we are going to be doing our top 10 DC Multiverse figures for 2024. It's going to be the first time I've ever done anything like that, but I think we're going to have a great time. And the year is almost over. There is a couple more releases coming out. I've got some late December releases, but this one will definitely be a contender for one of the top figures of the year. And that's crazy to think. It's a retooling of a figure from 2022. Yeah, go figure. But they did it to a great extent and a very well done figure. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification so as soon as I produce a video, it jumps automatically into your feed. Thank you so much for the support. Truly appreciate you all, and we'll see you in the next one.